couch.
Come on over here, sir.
Why don't you? You're pretty thin.
Well, how about this? Here you go. I got it all.
We're live?
Yeah, well, almost. Next time, please help me. I have to do everything. You were just watching videos.
Come on, all you gotta do is ask.
Okay. Okay, Patrick. Okay, if you think that's considerate, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Oh my God. You're not 12.
Okay.
You're not.
Okay, Patrick. You're right.
What do you want me to do?
What do you think?
You said that today's topic is
dating Colombian women
safety.
tips. What other tips do you think that are that are good?
Okay, 1 second. Where's your marker? The black one. No money in advance.
Okay, so I got the poll up. I said, have you had a good dating experience here in Colombia? Dating. So what I'm talking about dating, I'm talking about actually dating without any money. Testing 1, 2, 3. I need to end this. Testing 1, 2, 3. And CBL Daddy says he's already been scammed $20,000 in a year.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Ask him how.
Yeah, tell us your story, bro. That's crazy. I'm over here being mad about the damn $6 I lost the other day. Okay, let me bump.
I'm giving you some gold here.
Oh, good. Okay, we are live now. So, can you guys hear us okay? Can y'all let us know? Yeah. Audio okay? Let me check the audio over there. Sounds good. Okay. All right. So, since we're already live, you guys. So the number one rule for dating Colombian women is no money in advance. I don't care how much they cry that they have cancer, their kid has cancer, they just got in a wreck, their grandma's in the hospital. They show you pictures. They're, you got to think like that's their job, is to hustle you out of money. I mean, I'm being serious too. This is their job. You're just a number to them most of the time. That's just the way it is, especially if they know you're just passing through. If you're just passing through, they're not going to have any kind of love towards you. Am I right? Yeah, I definitely can hear you. What do you think, Frederick?
Yeah, for the most part. I use a rule of thumb.
Okay.
A rule of thumb is a shortcut to thinking. Rule of thumb. So this has served me well.
Okay.
Red flag. Any talks about money.
That's a good one.
Any talks about money before you even met.
Right.
Any talks equals massive head trauma for you.
Yeah.
Any talks about money. I need money because my dog died. I need money for my grandma. I need money for my kids. I need money for the bus. I need money to eat. Any talks about money.
I love that.
Equals massive head trauma for you. I don't know about you, but I'm a man. You're a man. We like peace.
Yeah.
We don't want massive head trauma. And if they're super smart, and if they are, how could you say, well versed in being a con artist, it'll start with a small ask. What's a small ask? Smallest amount of money where you won't even feel it.
Okay, I could feel that.
Then that small ask,
Like, what do you mean, like $5 or something?
just a small, tiny little ask where you won't really feel it.
Okay.
You're like, it's no big deal. Once that happens, they got you hooked in here, and you become that little fish.
Sounds good.
Okay, you become that. It looks like a weird fish, but that's a fish. Okay, and they got you hooked in. And that small ask goes up the mountain until all of a sudden, what comes to mind is the Tinder swindler. This guy was an expert con artist. He ended up, check this out, making the girls that he swindled open up huge lines of credit in their name and somehow wired or funneled the money back to him. And it all started with a small ask.
That's a good analogy.
Because it taps into your human psychology. When someone asks for something small, it activates reciprocity, and they're going to do something for you. You're doing something for them. And let's be honest, the reason you're more than likely going to oblige by giving them that small little money, whatever it is because you're thinking, I'm going to get sex in return. Let's be honest. I've been there. You've been there.
Everybody's been there.
And it also taps into the human psychology of, I'm a good person. I want to help.
Okay.
But there's all kinds of BS behind closed doors. And you don't even know this. Maybe, what if this girl is part of some sort of crime syndicate, or maybe part of organized crime?
Right.
You don't know that. Maybe she's a mule. Okay? So, red flag. Any talks about money equals massive head trauma for you. I don't know about you, but I don't want massive head trauma.
Yeah, I mean, this is good because they'll just mention it in mentioning, oh, like I got some kind of problem, and they're just mentioning it like in passing. But not in a normal dating scenario, nobody's going to talk about their problems. They're like, hey, are you doing good?
The opposite is true. They're going to want to put their best foot forward.
Exactly.
Everyone has problems here, especially if you're dating these beautiful Latin American women.
Right.
Everyone has some sort of problem.
Right.
Everyone. But when they're on a date, they want to project their best self first, and they're going to talk about happy things. They're not going to talk about money. They are not. That's not a normal person.
So some of the most common ones is going to be the babysitter, and this is kind of tricky, okay? Because sometimes the girls, they don't want to be labeled as a hooker, or they don't want to. So they'll use an excuse that, can you pay for my babysitter?
Which in a way on the surface sounds legitimate. It sounds legit. See, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
It sounds legitimate. I have fallen a few times for scams or cons. Why? Again, I'm going to be honest with you. I wanted some sort of payoff. I wanted sex. I wanted reciprocity. I wanted to hook up with the girl. And it was my way of sort of like, okay, I give you something, you give me something in return.
That's right. Well,
and she never showed up.
The problem with, exactly.
She never showed up.
She never showed up.
I got conned.
So they'll just get the money and you'll never, and that's what I mean. You're just a number to them. So, and that goes back to number one.
Hold on, before you say anything.
What is that?
And this is how we rationalize
What is that?
I'll use me as an example.
Okay.
I gave the girl 200,000 pesos.
$50.
Divide that by 4. You know how I rationalize it? $50. That's not a lot for me.
Yeah.
That's how I rationalize it. But have her ask me 500 or 1,000, then it hurts. So the way as a guy is, I'm just telling you how I think. I rationalize it. If it's $50 or less, it doesn't hurt as much. That's how I rationalize it.
Right.
And this all comes full circle. That's where the small ask comes into play. Because you know what happened?
What's that?
When I gave the 200,000 pesos, which is $50, and I have not met her, do you think her next ask went up in price or down in price?
More.
And she asked me for more money. Now it's not like, oh, I need 200,000 pesos for the bus, which is $50. Now it's like, oh, I really want to get done up for you this weekend, and I need to go to the hair salon, and I need to do da. Now it's 300,000 pesos. See how the small ask tapped into my psychology? And I just said, you know what? I'm going to take my Las Vegas loss. I bet it all on red, $50. I didn't win.
Okay.
I didn't win, and that was it. I stopped the bleeding. I'm being honest.
I think that's perfect. I've gone out with a few girls here that ask for babysitting money, but they met me in person. They want the babysitting money when we go on a date. But
is that legitimate?
No. I mean, to me, it feels like I'm just paying for her time, and once again, it just rubs me the wrong way. Yeah. Like, I don't like, if I'm paying, you should, we're together because you like me and I like you. Now, if I want to give you money out of the kindness of my heart, which I do sometimes, I'm like, here, baby, go get yourself done. 50 mil is nothing. But to be hustled is a whole nother thing.
I'm going to share a secret with you. I want you next to me here.
Go ahead.
I don't know if this has happened to you.
What happened?
The girls really don't know the game. I'm about to give it to them.
Okay.
This is the game.
Okay.
When a girl doesn't ask you for shit.
Yeah.
There's been several times where a girl does not ask me for anything.
That's right.
And then out of the kindness of my heart, I will give her money. If you really think about it, that is the ultimate con.
But that's okay. You're doing it out of the kindness of your heart.
I know. But what I'm saying is, there's something psychological happening there.
Yeah.
She don't ask for nothing, and then she's like, oh, he's a good guy, and he voluntarily gives money. Yeah. That's happened to me.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so that's the ultimate con.
There's another thing is that, so some girls, they don't want to be labeled as a hooker or, anything like that, or a call girl. So you'll have sex with them, and if you don't give them money, you'll just never see them again. You won't understand why. You're just like, I did it good, and she had her things, but she wanted money.
Yeah.
But she's just so scared. She's new. She liked you, and she was waiting for you to give money, like 100, 150 mil, even 200 mil, and she would come back. So if you ever have sex here in Medellin,
I call it that revolving door. You got to give and then receive, give and then receive. If you don't give, she will not come around.
Because it's expected. It's a part of the culture, and they understand that we have a lot of, well, in their eyes, we have a lot of money.
Right, correct.
So once again, we like to reiterate, no money in advance for pretty much anything.
Yeah.
And two of the biggest hustles will be the babysitter
and bus.
And the bus.
They got me with the bus because again, it taps into your psychology, and it's a reasonable ask.
So when
reasonable.
When they do ask you for the bus money because they're from another place, another city or something,
and they really want to meet you, they make that very clear.
Yeah. So what you do is you say, I got a cousin who works for Pin Bus. Give me your information, send me your cedula, and I'm going to get you a ticket right now. I'll be waiting for you. And they won't send it to you. I promise. I do it all the time. And I just mess with them.
So you're calling their bluff.
Yeah. I just send me, no problem. I got a cousin who works for the bus. It's called Pin Bus here. I got a cousin who works for the Pin Bus. Send me your cedula, your identification, your ticket to be waiting for you.
They definitely don't want to do that.
And you'll never hear from them again. And so I'm going to blow your mind right now.
That's funny.
Now, the person that you're messaging may not even be a woman. It may be a man this is just his job all day.
I thought of a call center. They're just all trying to scam people.
And this is not something new. They do this in India and Middle East for for people in the United States or Social Security.
I got one for you. You made me think. I had to go back to 2007.
Miss some water. Okay.
So the story goes like this. 2007, I was stationed in the Middle East. I was looking through online profiles. This Russian girl, was very beautiful. All right, she's a super hot girl. We started talking. Then the money ask came up. It was a small ask. It was so she can, whatever it was, to feed her goat or some shit, whatever. Small ask. I said no. It's not in the budget, blah, blah, blah. We just started dating. Okay, she let off the gas. We started talking. Then she just went for the jugular. She said, you know what? I really like you. I really want to see you. I'm hopping on the next plane, blah, blah, blah. And she had a whole itinerary already. She was a professional con artist. And I said, you know what? Let me think about it because I honestly wanted to meet her. Now, you fast forward, I talked it over with some of my friends. They're like, oh, it sounds like a scam. And I said, you know what, you're right. She left a voice message,
Right.
and she tried her hardest to convince me that it was not a scam, that she really liked me. Then I did a little phone number reverse lookup, and on the internet there's a whole bunch of complaints that this number matched a Russian call center of all these women or men trying to hustle you.
That's right.
Okay, so there's nothing new under the sun.
There's nothing new that Colombia.
Solomon said.
There's nothing new that Colombia invented.
Yeah, there's nothing new.
This is a hustle that they've been doing for many
since the dawn of time,
all over the world.
Yeah.
Russia, Middle East, probably United States too. But so anyways,
so we did this. Okay, so I'll check it off. Boom.
No money in advance, almost for nothing here in Colombia.
What do you mean by the no friends? What's up with that?
Okay, so when they go out together, so we're talking about dating Colombian women. They will ask you sometimes, this is a red flag, if they say, can my friend come? Don't ever allow two girls to come with him. If they get brave, it's more of a chance you're going to get scoped. Scopolamine. Tell them about scopolamine.
Basically, I believe in 2021, last year, off the top of my head, there was about 6 different scenarios where in most of those cases it led to death. Why? Chances are that the person overdosed on this very potent drug. The body, couldn't handle that, and it just died. It had an overdose because these girls, obviously, they're not doctors. They're trying to basically paralyze you enough to where they just milk you dry. But it ends up in tragedy because most of these cases it ends in death because they give you too much of that. Of that drug. It's an overdose. Your body goes into shock and you die. I think
these girls are not doctors.
They just give you a whole bunch.
You can't give me or Frederick the same amount of 6'4", 300-pound guy.
Yeah.
So if they accidentally give you too much, you just won't wake up.
More than likely they will.
Yeah, so you just won't wake up, or if you do wake up, you can have serious medical conditions, including like amnesia,
most of these
paralysis.
Guys die.
A lot of people die.
There ain't no coming back from that.
So it's dangerous here. It's real as it can get here. So let's continue. So no friends. Like if you're going to always tell them, what are you, a lesbian or something? We're going to have a 3-way or something? What's happening?
So go out by themselves.
Yeah, no, I'm taking you out on a date.
No friends.
Yeah, no, there's no friends. In fact, I'm going to take you to a nice restaurant. How the hell are we going to go with your friend?
Yeah.
We're supposed, and they just won't even show up.
You got to put your foot down.
Just like, nah, I'm not taking 2 friends. I'll just take you.
A normal person wouldn't even ask you, can my friend come?
So another one here is, so if you are here in Medellin, all right, if you are here in Medellin, there's absolutely no reason. There's so many beautiful women here. There's so many from the north of Bejo all the way to the south of Envigado.
Yep.
There's no reason to date someone really far in another city. There's just none. It's a scam. They're going to waste your time. They're going to eventually ask you to send some money. So you got so many choices here in Medellin.
That's right.
That just it's not worth your time. Just, oh, you live over there? Okay, I'm never going to see you.
Yeah. Actually, there's only one countermeasure.
What's that?
I would say, when are you planning to come to Medellin?
Yeah,
well, to visit, because Medellin is a very touristy place, okay? It's number 3 in all of the whole world, okay? The whole world, it's number 3. So these women from surrounding cities like Pereira or Manizales, doesn't matter. They want to come to Medellin, but for one reason or another, usually it's lack of financial resources, aka dead broke.
Right.
They want to come, but they're like, well, I need XYZ money. Can you help me? And you're like, well, my spidey sense says no. Hell no, because there's plenty of girls here that I just go to the mall and I see 10 dropping.
We just walked in the dark.
So many hot girls.
We just walking right here on the dark
They're
street.
all over the place.
And 2 girls. We're just smiling like our normal. Hey, what's going on? We just say, what do we tell them?
We're just flirting.
We just say, "Como está?" And they're like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, it's so easy to
easy.
Get girls.
There's no reason to date somebody really, really far away.
There's no need.
Wasting your time.
Yeah.
Just forget it.
Okay, what's up with the
no Tinder? No Tinder. So this is don't mess with Tinder here at all.
I think lately it's been getting a really bad rap.
Yeah.
With the combination of people getting conned, swindled, scopolamine, and also just false advertising. Like you're thinking you're seeing a girl, a normal girl. You're thinking you are thinking that, but she could have some different plumbing under the hood, if you know what I mean, or maybe into some weird shit. Basically, she's not a normal girl. Okay. So lately it's been getting a bad rap. Okay?
So Tinder.
So let's give them some alternatives.
Exactly. Here you go. Tell them.
So the top 2 recommendations. I'm speaking from experience. This is no bullshit. I have no Tinder experience.
Okay.
Never had a profile. Don't ever plan on having one. So first recommendation is ColombianCupid.com. You pay, I believe, a $25 fee or something, and it gives you access for a whole month. The trick is, here's the trick, is for that month, it's like a job. You want to get them off of the Colombian Cupid and speak one-on-one, like either through, for example, Facebook Messenger, or WhatsApp is very popular.
WhatsApp.
Or, some kind of one-on-one messaging, or Instagram. There's different flavors. Different girls have a different preference.
So I am a professional at Colombian Cupid. When I was on it, that's how I met Nani and Elena and Daniela, like the 3 loves of my life here.
Oh my God,
Like,
Colombian Cupid is it can work.
So here's
work.
the thing. Here's what's different about Colombian Cupid. There's no swiping left or right. You have to fill out a huge form.
Correct.
Then you have to go through this whole process. They don't allow certain pictures, like if you butt naked or something like that. You have to put your photo. It has to be approved. So it's a lot of stuff. And not like when it swipe left, right, you can imagine some guys just swiping. A lot of guys here probably online just swipe everything. So no, they don't allow that. You have to star it, and they'll flag you if too many likes.
Let me give you a quick test. If your friend right now from Houston, Texas were to say, hey, Alan, I was in a relationship for XYZ, I just broke up with my wife, whatever. And if he were to ask you, do you recommend right now me getting a Colombian Cupid profile account, would you say yes, no, and why would you say that?
I would.
Right now.
Okay.
Right now.
This is the thing, is that if you get on Colombian Cupid, you have to be here for months. Okay, not weeks. This is not going. It's going to be the long game. You got to romanticize.
If he says I'm here for 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6. Oh, Cupid. Yeah, already.
So you would recommend get on Colombian Cupid because there's value there.
Yeah.
Real women.
That's when, if you want to find love, it's on Cupid, and you're just going to have to put that work in and romanticize.
Okay.
You're going to have to do things that men are not, like bringing flowers, courting them. Chocolate. You're going to have to be different than just hunting them,
Right.
Yeah, you're going to have to court them.
Okay, and then the second recommendation I would give to meet women, especially if you're on a time crunch, like on a condensed timetable, is I would activate my Facebook dating profile. A lot of people in the States don't probably know about this because it's in Colombia only. It's sort of like an experimental feature. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But that's how I found my current girlfriend. And I found a lot of successful dates. I would say out of every 10 dates I had on Facebook dating, I would say that close to 70%, that means 7 out of 10 were a success, whether it was like a second date or it led into some kind of intimacy or maybe just friends. I had a 70% or more success ratio. So Facebook dating, and it's free. You don't have to pay. And what's good is that acts as a filter, because in order for you to access Facebook dating, Alan, correct me if I'm wrong, it connects to your real Facebook profile. Is that correct?
That's right.
Right. So that is a built-in safety feature that Colombian Cupid does not, correct?
That's right.
So Facebook dating is like your either, depending on how you look at it, your first choice or your second choice. That's all I got as far as alternatives for no Tinder.
How about?
You mentioned Bumble. What's up with Bumble? I have no experience with Bumble.
Bumble is good. You have to pay for that as well. They get you in, and what happens is that they'll show you like a blurry picture of about 7 girls or a lot of girls that like you in the nearby area. But you got to pay for that feature to uncover them. So
we did not mention Seeking.com.
Okay, Seeking.com.
We did not mention that.
Is when you really have a little extra money. This is $97 a month.
That's not bad, actually.
It's not bad. And I met one girl. I met Anna off of there. They're like 18-year-old.
But what kind of, I guess you could say, avatar would a male go on Seeking.com? Like, he just wants to cut through the bullshit. He wants a guaranteed date, a guaranteed sugar. What do people get on Seeking.com that they do not get on Bumble, Colombian Cupid, Facebook Dating, and Tinder? What do men get on Seeking.com that they don't get on the other ones?
I think these girls are 100% down. They're DTF.
DTF. There, you heard it there.
Yeah.
DTF.
These girls are down.
Cut through the bullshit.
Yeah.
They're DTF.
You got the money. This is the, you can kind of tell them, hey, what is your monthly allowance or weekly allowance that you like? And then we could work out a deal.
They're like high-class escorts.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could describe it.
Somewhat. I mean, there's some other, what's funny is
I have no experience with that, so I have no comment.
What's funny is that you'll see these same girls on Facebook Dating and Colombian Cupid too.
So they're on multiple profiles.
All over there.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So
that's good.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
And then there's bikini pics. What's up with that?
So how to spot an escort whenever you're dating, and you already know how to do that.
I'll just speak from experience. If they're too revealing, would a normal girl that wants to meet a foreigner, some girls really...
Or anybody.
Well, some girls here in Colombia, they actually want to meet a foreigner. Not all of them, but some do. And I don't want to put a label or pass judgment. Everyone's different. But they sometimes view that you, as the foreigner, are their ticket out of here. Okay, they view that. And they want to actually have a relationship with you. They want to get married and get the hell out of here. Some of them, not all of them, but they have that psychology. So if someone shows bikini pics or they're too revealing, my gut says this is not a normal chick. They're showing you their cards right away. This is what I have. Too much, too fast. And actually, you want to give it some time to kind of let the romance brew.
That's right.
So number one, bikini pics. I think that's a dead giveaway.
Any girl that shows ass or a lot of tits or that does it where she's laying on a bed
too sexualized.
Yeah. Any of them it's going to be an escort.
Yeah.
You don't want to kid yourself. And a lot of times, or the way that our psychology works is we want to believe what we want to believe. No, this girl is a good girl.
Right, confirmation bias.
We like him. She just like that. No, she's an escort.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to get that through it. As soon as you see an ass picture or titties out, then yeah, she's an escort, bro.
Yeah, if you see a breadcrumb of evidence, more than likely, that's the reality. So if you see bikini pics, if you're on the first date, you're talking too sexualized, if you're already exchanging sex pics, you're already like down the road,
But this isn't a good one, just identifying an escort. If the ass is out and the titties are out, it's not normal. This is an escort.
It's not normal.
It's not normal. It's going to cost you money, and that might be fine for you.
Would you say the exception to the rule is like maybe she's showing finca pics and it's hot and she's in a bikini? Is that normal?
I think that,
would that be okay?
Being in a bikini, it can be classy as well. So they can have like that hat and they can have that little bikini, but
by a pool.
By a pool.
Okay, that's
nice cover. But if they're bending over
in a bedroom in a bikini,
yeah.
Okay, that's different.
Yeah. So, and you broke this one, sex pics exchange.
Basically, this is not a good idea. Okay.
Okay.
This is not, because that's setting you up for failure. If you're a normal dude and you want normal chicks, and you start off exchanging sex pics. I had one girl, immediately first conversation, let me see the size of your penis. I'm like, first of all, it's nothing to look at. And then number two, I don't want you to laugh. And then number three, I'm like, I don't roll that way. I'm not. I felt a little uncomfortable.
For real?
Yeah, I did because number one, I'm old school and traditional. I don't want that shit.
Yeah. And
that made me feel.
When are you okay with it? When is it time? When is it okay for a dick pic?
In my opinion, never.
Oh, this motherfucker's crazy.
Never, okay?
Now, whenever you have a relationship, to me, sometimes it gets crazy. It's okay. But anyway.
Yeah. But we're talking about
at the beginning.
In the context of trying to meet someone at the beginning.
Hey, now that we're at the middle of this or a little bit past that, why don't you tell them about your men's group you got going? Because your men's group.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so every Thursday for the next 4 weeks, every Thursday starting tomorrow, not starting tomorrow, tomorrow is week 2 of 4. we decided to start a men's group. We're calling it the Gladiator Men's Group. Why? Because we really see a need to fill a gap just for men, helping men. Like iron sharpens iron. You know, I'm not God's gift to women, neither is Alan. But you know, but between us, as far as years on earth, we almost have between both of us about a century. I think you can learn a thing or two, plus the collective wisdom of the other men in the group can also help and benefit. So last week, just a quick little review, if I can remember, what we talked about was how to get over your mental roadblocks. Like we all have mental hang-ups, you know, as a little kid or trauma or whatever. There's actual practical tools that as a man, you can put on, like, you know, on your tool belt and access those tools. And it's not theory, it's not BS, it's actually like you can actually do this exercise and get over your mental roadblocks. Very powerful stuff.
Where do they go to sign up?
Okay, so so we are getting our website up.
No, it's men.harvardclasses.com.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
It's up already? Okay, so just go to men.harvardclasses, just like the school.com. And you could just sign up right there.
It's easy breezy.
And then an alternative is...
Yeah, no, just do that.
We're going to tell them the alternative? Okay,
it's too complicated.
Okay, just go there.
Men.harvardclasses.
Yeah, go to men.harvardclasses.com, sign up, and I know what you're thinking. Like, well, you know, you already started. No, what we do is in case you can't make the sessions, we record them. And then you have access to the recordings for life, okay? You get the audio and you get the video. And it runs about maybe 40 minutes, I would say 40 minutes. And you get a Zoom recorded call. And there's a lot of value, guys.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
All right, so keep continuing. Here. Look
at
the profiles.
No, we already talked about this. The massive head trauma.
How about this? Look at the profiles and proof of real human.
Oh, yeah. Basically, there's a lot of AI, right? There's a lot of AI. You want to know if this is a real person. What's the countermeasure? Let's do a video call.
That's true.
It's hard to fake that. It's almost impossible. So do a video call, okay? If you have some doubt, if your spidey sense is saying, you know what, this is a fake person, do a video call. And then this should lift.
Well, let's stay right here. So looking at the profile, this is really good because take a look at the profile. And any profile, you don't want to see them sharing like, what's that called? I don't know, memes. Bunch of memes and all they're sharing. That's not a normal profile. It's a fake one.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so go ahead and say it.
Basically, does the profile look normal?
Yes.
A normal person puts pictures of themselves,
family,
or in scenery, or in family, and usually in different surroundings. Like, hey, this is a picture of me in nature. This is a picture of me and some friends.
And then
a normal person does that.
And then you'll also see comments from friends and family and them engaging.
Correct.
So if all you see is if their profile is sharing memes, it's probably a dude. And I love spotting it too, then I block them. It's crazy.
Yeah, and then also ask yourself, does this profile look new? If the answer is yes, that's a red flag. It should not be a new profile. And also your gut, listen to your gut. If your gut is saying something's wrong, it's because there is something wrong. If the answer is yes, run away. That's all I got, bro. We covered a lot of good shit here.
How about some of the times, some hustles you've been through and pains you've been through? Tell us about that, bro.
Well, we already talked about one, the 200,000 peso one.
Tell her how did it go down? Tell us.
Basically, you know, she tapped into my psychology. She asked for a small ask.
How did you meet her first?
I met her on Facebook dating.
Oh, shit.
So you have to use your own discretion. Just because they're on a profile and it usually has like a good reputation, like Facebook dating has a good reputation, Colombian Cupid has a good reputation, ColombianCupid.com, it does not mean that it's scam free. Right. No. They will get through the filtering system, okay, somehow, some way. And it's your job as a man to think a little bit, not with the little head, but with the big head, and decide for yourself, does this feel right? Does this look right? And also, you know what's a good idea? Get a second opinion. Have a friend. Hey, can you look at this really quick? Maybe you see something that I don't, like a blind spot. You know? So that's my little tip.
That's so cool. So let's just reiterate everything here.
Okay.
So dating Colombian women tips. No money in advance for any goddamn reason at all.
Yeah, don't fall for the scam.
No money in advance for nothing. Once they say, no, I'll give it to you when you get here, you know, we could do that. And these are the two of the main hustles, the babysitter and the bus. This is very common.
Can you think of a third one as a bonus? Think of a third hustle. We'll give them a bonus.
I don't know.
Bus is one.
Babysitter.
And babysitter.
What is another one?
I'm trying to think.
I got them written down.
I got one where she wanted to look good for me, and the nails were only $70K. She wanted to look good for me. She wanted to do her nails. Did you get that one?
No.
No?
I don't care. I'm cheap, though. You know me.
Okay. She's like, I want to look good for you, baby, on our date. Can you send me $70K so I can do my nails? I'm like, a normal girl would not ask me this. Okay? So, anyways, that's my little story.
Yeah, so
Can you think of one? You can't think of one? An extra one?
I can't really. These are the main ones right here.
Okay.
Is the babysitter and the bus. So anyways, going here is to no friends, because this is a red flag that you're probably going to get scoped.
Basically, don't invite any friends. It's just her and her alone.
That's it. You come alone.
No friends.
No friends. Don't do it. Don't do it. And just don't do it. Promise me you won't do it.
Yeah, it's bad business, man.
Don't do it, brother.
It's bad business.
Just don't. And now hold on. You can have a trio. You can have a threesome and everything, but you do it with a girl that you know and then with her.
Basically, you want to control the environment 100% of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, you
don't want surprises.
You don't want any of these two girls knowing each other, and it's gonna mess you up, brother.
Yeah.
And then if they're living in another city, just forget it, bro.
You don't need it. You don't need to meet other girls in another city.
It's not necessary. There's so many women here.
You don't live in some remote village.
And then no Tinder. This Tinder's been getting
bad rap.
Bad rap
Yeah.
with organized crime here.
Yeah.
So just use Bumble, Cupid, and Facebook dating.
Which one are your top two?
Cupid and Facebook dating.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. My number one would probably be Facebook dating, and ColombianCupid.com probably number two.
No, and then since we're on that a little bit,
and I have the third choice.
So you can't be like me right now. Like right now I'm stressed. So I don't even have time, and nor do I make time to talk with them, because they're like little flowers. I'm too rushed, like that girl, she wants me. I already know. That's why I don't even message her. There's some guy asked me what happened to that girl in Beja right now. In the comments, I'm like, she's gonna want me to romanticize her.
You need time to devote to care for that flower in the garden.
Yeah.
And you don't have time as a precious resource right now. Your mind is in
money
200 different places.
Yeah. I got too much stuff going on. So when you do come down here, a dating tip is to be in a relaxation mode and to delegate time to specifically find this beautiful woman that you could find here. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of shit going on here, but you can find he's found his beautiful woman here. Yeah. And yeah, it's not everything like, it's not like 100% super duper, but you're happy.
Yeah.
On
a scale of 1 to 10, I'm about a 7.
And I found 3 loves in my lives here.
Wow, you're lucky, man.
I found 3 loves down here, and I fucked them up.
In a 5-year period?
Yeah, 5 years.
Wow,
so
that's good.
Every year and a half, I will get with one. And FYI, Darlie, I messaged her, and she replied back finally, the doctor.
Wow.
So she's like, hey, she was real quick. She's like, I said, how's your career doing? How's everything? She's like,
you put her through school, right?
No, I didn't put her through school. I don't pay no money.
That was somebody else, I think.
Unless let's just take care of business, then I'm like, all right, he knows the deal on that. Okay, so, and then like some red flags. Well, it might not be a red flag for you. If they're in bikini pics, if they're showing ass and titties.
Sexual stuff.
They're escorts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But you can't really ask them if they're escorts, because like they don't like putting that label here. You just kind of be like, how are you?
There's no discreet way to say it. There's no discreet,
Yeah.
There's no discreet way to say it.
After you start talking and having a conversation, if you do come see me and I got 150 mil for you, she's going to say that's too cheap probably. But if you might be able to get away with 150, 200 bucks, 200 mil, I'm sorry, which is 50 bucks or less, okay? And he says, don't send any sex pics in exchange.
I think that sets a bad precedent. You don't need to do that.
He's goody two-shoes, though.
I don't think you need to do that.
They want to see a chocolate boy. They're like, God damn, that boy is packing.
And he's packing some heat.
That boy's ready.
He's got a third leg.
And here goes some red flags. What I say, any talks about money.
Any talks.
Any talks. Give us an example real quick.
Any talk could be like, what's a small ask? Oh, I don't have any money to take the bus tomorrow for work. Payday is like in 2 days, and I need 20,000 pesos to hold me over. It's a small ask. Any small ask that doesn't hurt you, it could be a lot for them, but if it's a small ask, they already hooked you like a fish. Okay, they hooked you like a fish, and it's only uphill from there. That small ask will turn into a medium ask, and it'll turn into a big ask.
Yeah,
okay?
So that's good. Just no talk about money. And
unless you like massive head trauma. If you like massive head trauma, talk about money and give her the small ask.
And you can help these girls out. Don't get me wrong. You can help them out 50 mil, 100 mil, 150 mil. And if you have sex, that's the one that's not on the board. If you have sex and you feel like it happened that first night, because they don't have a hookup culture here, really. You have to work for it. So if it happened that first night, she was waiting for the money, and you just never gave it to her, then most likely you'll just never see her again.
I got a good tip. We'll probably end with this. Is that, meeting women online is equivalent to like a tool, right? We have great technology, and use the tool. A hammer can be used to create a beautiful a mansion or a house or carpentry, but it can also be used to kill somebody. Okay, so these online dating profiles are tools. Okay, use them to your advantage, but don't overly rely on these tools and become a lazy lion. You're a man. A lazy lion wants the food brought to him. When you use these online profiles, that's the psychology you're tapping into. You want the food brought to you. What I would challenge you as a man to do is do a 50-50 split. What does that mean? That for every 5 profiles that you actively engage, it's your job is, the onus is on you, the challenge is on you to meet 5 women in real life. I'm going to meet one at the coffee shop. I'm going to meet one at the mall. And what that does is that it exercises your social muscles. That's the best tip and advice I can give you.
I like that.
That's the best advice.
I'm really good at meeting them in person. So, because I make them laugh.
He's
and I get
naturally flirtatious, and he's funny, and he makes you laugh.
Get going and shit. They're like, before they know it, they're like, what's happening? This guy's crazy. He's a crazy little foreigner.
He is crazy.
This guy's nuts. So anyways, he's 100% right. In fact, I would even say, meet more girls in person. This Facebook dating and all this shit.
As a bare minimum. 50-50 is the bare minimum. You can do more
fun
in real life. You can
go out. You just look good and smell good.
You got to smell good.
Make sure your shoes match your belt. You look good. Your haircut's done. Your beard is nice. You're going to meet a lot of chicks. So I know you're saying Alan's contradictory. You have to go with intention. So when you get dressed with intention. I'm going to Santa Fe Mall to sit and post up and work on my computer and meet women. So I dress like crap because I walk the streets and I'm doing my paths in dangerous areas.
You got your Walmart gear on.
Yeah. So, and that's just, I'm walking with intention, So when you go to meet women, you look good, you get out of the taxi, you go directly where you're going to go, and then get back in the taxi and go home. Because you don't want to be, causing attention.
Yeah. That's all I got, man. We covered a lot.
We covered a lot. So if you like it, tell us again about your men's group one more time.
Yeah, okay. So every Thursday for 4 weeks. We started last week. Tomorrow it kicks off. Go to men.harvardclasses.com.
That's right.
Men.harvardclasses.com to sign up. You get the recording. We talk about shit for men. Okay, stuff that's important. How to meet women is one topic that's popular, right? What kind of women to avoid. Tomorrow we're going to talk about a framework called inversion thinking and how you can use that to your advantage to meet women, right? Because if you know what you want, it also helps you to know what you don't want, okay?
So how about using psychology you told me back to meet women?
Exactly. There's simple little psychology tricks, not tricks, but just tools that you can use as a man to your advantage to help you out, you know?
We'll give you one tip right now, just a little taste test, okay? One tip with meeting women here or anywhere in the world is presence. your presence. Like I'm a small dude and Frederick is too. But when we walk in, you got to take up room.
Yeah.
Keep your legs spread apart. Keep your arms long. Shoot your chest up.
Yeah. I slouch really bad.
No, and I'll tell you, hey, you're slouching. You know, because you're giving out energy. They're like, they don't understand why. When I walk through a door, they're like, damn, that's a boss. Yeah. They don't know why.
Yeah.
So I'll do
energy.
This right here is a power pose. You don't know this, but when you put a hands like this together, this is power right here.
Oh, yeah.
When they see this shit, they're like, oh, this dude's a boss.
Yeah.
They don't even, this is tips that we give you that we've been reading, at least 100 books.
Yeah.
You don't have to read these books. We already read them. We summarize them and give them to you. So where do they go one more time?
They have to go to men.harvardclasses.com. It's only $50. It's a freaking bargain. It's really not about the money, but it's a place that men can meet and help each other out. We have entrepreneur already in there. We have a doctor, MD, that's in there. We have Alan, who's a full-time broker / digital nomad. You have me, retired military plus direct response copywriter. And we're just constantly adding more and more and more. And this is an experiment. It could lead to something big, and it could not go anywhere. But I just felt that this is an actual need to help like-minded men and to glue us like a tribe. Because I don't know if you notice this, more than ever, men especially are starving for connection. And no judgment. Whatever you're into, you're into. I'm not going to judge you. As long as it's legal, moral, and ethical, you're not going to have a problem. If you're into little midgets that dress up like fairies, hey, more power to you. No judgment. But I want to pass on the tools and the knowledge and the wisdom that I've received over the years through life experience, through mentors, through others. Alan, likewise, he's really into meditation and stuff like that. And that's really helped him out. And, I just want to have a gathering of like-minded men to help you because we're on this journey together. And it's good when you can find a place to help each other out. Right. And that's really it. Just trying to help out and serve. We're coming from a place of serving.
Yeah.
Okay, so go to men.harvardclasses.com, sign up. You're automatically in, okay?
You know what I like about, there was one comment, it's like in the other video, he was like, I don't need anything. I'm already good, And that just shows you that.
Ego?
It's a perfect example. Because we all don't know it all, including myself.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know.
And we're going to go into Greek philosophy where
Marcus Aurelius.
The only power of true knowledge is knowing you know nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's one of the perfect examples when a guy says, no, I know it already. I'm like, that's a perfect example.
He's probably a troll. He's probably trolling you.
Yeah, but it's just like, and I don't really like to judge him like that. But it just reminds me of a young Alan when I was a kid.
I know it all.
I thought I knew it all.
25.
I don't need that shit.
I know it all.
So anyways, we'll hit you on the next one, man. men.harvardclasses.com.
Yeah.
Sit you on hit the thumbs up, brother.
Tomorrow at 8 p.m., between 8 and 8:30 it kicks off, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
That's
I'll
right.
see y'all later, man.
Oh, that was fire.
Oh, they're so nice. I love these guys.
Dude, that was